Thank you for joining me with our roller session today. A couple things I want to go over. So I'm going to be using the 3-foot roller, the 36-inch roller. You can do this with the smaller rollers. It is definitely trickier. Possible, but harder. So I would definitely say go get your big roller out for this roll session tonight. We're going to be focusing on the upper back and your alignment on the roller and helping release tension through your neck and upper back and traps and stuff like that. So again, you can do it on a smaller roller. You'll just have the lower half of your body off, which you'll have to then hold in the air, but it's doable. So yeah, let's go ahead and do this. We're gonna actually start lengthwise lying on our roller. So all the way along, you want your head supported and you want your tailbone supported. So your head, we don't want the head hanging off the top of the roller. So from here, we're gonna find neutral spine. So imprint and then release. I want you to imprint and release. So press that low back down onto your roller and release. And I love this on the roller because you can really feel, because the roller is so hard, you can really feel your imprint and your neutral spine. So imprint and release. Okay, so just getting that comfortable neutral spine here. We're going to start with breathing. So I'm going to keep my hands on the floor. You're going to take a deep breath in. And you feel the rib cage expand. And then as you exhale, you feel the rib cage come back together. We call that closing. Inhale. And then exhale. Again, inhale. And this time as you exhale, relax your shoulders. So breathe into that. Relax the shoulders. Again, inhale. And exhale. Keeping neutral spine so you still have that core tight. We're going to go into our first stretch, so the chest stretch. Your arms go out to the side, and you're going to feel that all the way through the pecs. Again, inhale. And exhale. Inhale. And exhale. And what you find with your breathing as you exhale, that those muscles start to lengthen, they start to stretch, and that's what we're going for. The other thing that's awesome about the roller is that while you're holding these stretches, just the pressure of the roller on your back is stretching those muscles as well. Okay, now we're going to bring the arms up towards the ceiling and then back down towards the floor. Abs are still in. Inhale up and exhale. Now, for anyone that wants to make it harder right off the bat, bring those feet and knees closer together. Inhale and exhale. Last one up. Now you're going to bend the elbows and tap the floor. So kind of like a chest press. Exhale. Inhale up. And as you bring the elbows down, think of wrapping your shoulder blades around the roller so you can find those hot spots. Ooh, there's one right there. As you move the scapula on and off the roller. Keep breathing. Abs are in. Keep that neutral spine. Take the arms up. Now you're going to bring the palms in and we're going to scissor. So one arm goes over your head, the other to the hip. And switch. So if you're tight through the shoulders and the chest, your hands may not be able to touch the floor over your head. That's okay, that's normal. That's why we do this, is to help increase that range of motion, but ultimately that's the goal, is to get it resting on the floor. Keeping those abs in. Okay, both arms come up and we're going to do circles. So you're going to reach the arms up over your head, out to the side, down and around. So again, you feel the stretch through the chest, through those pecs, into your shoulders, but also in your back. Again, where the scapula is moving on and off the roller, hitting any hot spot or sore spot. And if you find a good spot that you know needs to stretch or that's been causing a problem, even if your arms are kind of wonky, but you find it, just stay there. Hold that spot and breathe into it, okay? So listen to your body, do what you need to do, and it may be slightly different than what I'm saying. That's okay. Reverse it. So as you get a bigger range of motion, your hands will get closer and closer to the floor. That's great. And if they're still off the floor, that's what you need. Don't ever force it, work with it. Okay, we're going to bring the hands back down. I'm going to take my feet back to shoulder width apart for balance. And we're going to bridge. So we're going to imprint. That's your exhale, or inhale to prepare. Exhale as you roll up. So when you get to the top of that bridge, you're going to hold and you're going to feel the traps pressing onto the roller. That's what we want. Now inhale at the top and then exhale. One vertebrae at a time. Roll back down. And right here you can really feel that scoop and the separation of each vertebrae. Take your time. Inhale at the bottom. Exhale as you roll up. Again, pressing into the upper back. Inhale at the top. Exhale as you roll back down. So one of the questions that I get asked the most is, how do you stretch your traps? So on this next bridge, I'm going to show you a way to hit that a little bit more. You're going to exhale, roll up. Now once you're here, bring those arms up over your head. And as you raise the arms over your head, you can go a little bit more into the top of the traps. So again, hold that, breathe into that. Bring the arms back and then slowly roll back down. Inhale at the bottom. Exhale, roll up. Inhale at the top. Bring the arms up over your head. And then exhale, rolling down. Let's do that one more time. Exhale up. Inhale at the top. And then exhale, bring it back down. Okay, this next one, since we hit the low back, we're going to stretch through the thoracic and cervical. So I want you to support your head with your hands, and we're going to peel the spine off the roller, crunching up this time. And then slowly, one vertebrae at a time, roll it back down. And as you roll down, think of lengthening your head off the roller. So exhale up, and then roll down. So we're not doing a full sit-up crunch. We're just stretching the upper back. Exhale. And you're finding that length through those muscles, through the vertebrae there. Let's do 3 more. And again, if you want to make it harder, bring those feet closer together. Changes that balance point. So good. Exhale up. Okay, bringing that down. I want to do the shoulder slap next. So this one, arms go straight, and you pull the shoulders away from the floor, and then let gravity do the work as you drop. So you're going to hear that hit on your roller. So just drop, hit. And you can do one arm if you want, if it feels better to do one side. or you can alternate. And as the traps hit the roller, they start to stretch, they loosen up. That's what we're going for. Oh, I can definitely feel that one. Okay, go ahead and bring that down. We're gonna hold, find that neutral spine again. Hands are on the floor and the legs come up to tabletop. So keeping your hands here for balance, this is gonna help stretch and put pressure into the low back to help stretch it out. So toe taps. Inhale as the foot goes down. Exhale, bring it up. Relax the shoulders. Last one. Now your reverse crunch. So again, we're stretching those low back muscles. So we imprint and release. Very small. Imprint and release. If you can, try not to tense the upper body. So sometimes I'll just bring my hands off the floor so my elbows are down. You may not lift as high, but it takes the upper body out of it because we don't want a huge lift to engage the arms. We're just stretching the low back. And if your low abs start to feel it too, that's just an added bonus. Okay, bring those feet back down. And I want to do the hip opener. So again, one leg's in the air, hands are on the floor, and we're just circling the knee. So this challenges your core. But again, just lying on the roller is helping to stretch your back. Let's reverse. Other way. And switch legs. We'll do 5. And reverse. Bringing both feet down. Again, closer together is harder. We're going to do the goalpost stretch. So from here, your arms, your elbows are at shoulder height. Backs of your hands are going towards the floor, and you just want to hold. Just breathe into that. Feel the stretch through the front of the chest, but also again, the back pressing onto the roller. And hold. On every exhale, you may feel those hands get closer to the floor. And ultimately, if they're resting on the floor, that's great. It could take weeks, months, years to get to that resting point, but that's why we're here. That's why we do this. So deep breath in. Pull those abs in. As you exhale, inhale, exhale, close that rib cage, inhale, feel that length, feel it stretch. Now to get more movement through those shoulder blades, you're going to bring the elbows down towards your rib cage and then lengthen them up over your head. And again, your arms may be in the air the whole time. You may not be touching the floor. That's normal. That's okay. Again, we're just trying to get that range of motion. And good for the lats, good for the rhomboids, all those back muscles. Good. Now from here, I'm going to take my feet wide. And we're going to keep them wide for balance as we take the arms across the body. Now what that does is that moves your shoulder blades apart. So now we can get right all those muscles tucked underneath that attach at the shoulder blade. So take the arms apart. And you're going to shift to one side of your spine. So my feet, my legs are counterbalancing. and I'm pressing the roller right behind the shoulder blade and the spine. So if you find that hot spot, just hold, but you can kind of wiggle around, you can move until you find a spot. You can go a little bit farther or a little bit less, and then we're going to take it over to the other side when you're ready. So again, you're just shifting to the other side of your spine, still counterbalancing with your legs. Hold, breathe, again trying to find any of those hot spots, the sore spots. And we're going to go back and forth a few times because you can always go deeper that second time you find your stretch. What was initially the most sore will be better the second time. And always keeping your abs in, that helps with balance. Oh, right there. Okay, I'm going to switch sides. Okay, coming back to center. Nice job. Hopefully you found a few spots that could use that stretch. This next one, I'm going to have you slide up so that the base of your head is right at the edge of your roller. So you don't want your head off. That's bad. But just right at the edge. This is called the occipital lobe, and it's where your traps attach. So from there, you're going to rock your head from ear to ear, so that the edge of that roller is pressing right at the base of your skull. This specific stretch has helped me with so many tension headaches. This is my go-to. Do this before bed and you'll sleep better. So again, as we do this, if you find a knot that's pressing on the roller, just hold. And sometimes you'll feel that really good stretch through the front of your neck. Just hold, breathe into it. Again, everybody's going to be different, and what feels good on you might be totally different for me. So listen to your body, work with it, and move in a way that feels good, even if it might be a little bit painful. Foam rolling can be really intense sometimes. Side to side, holding when you need to. And then I always say the best part about the foam roller is when you come off. So from here, you're going to slide onto the floor, your shoulder and your hip, and slide that roller off to the side. Now just lie flat. I always say you'll find that hole that's in your floor. It's like your spine now has all this space, this blood flow that's just feels so good to lie flat. And you don't want to skip this because this is now telling those muscles it's okay to stay lengthened. We don't have to tighten as soon as we sit back up. So stay here for a minute and just let that be, let it go, let it rest. You can lengthen your legs out if you want. You can keep the knees bent, whatever's comfortable. That's great. Okay, now we're going to take the foam roller up underneath our feet. And from here, lift your butt off the floor and slide that roller underneath it. And I actually want it right at your hips, so right at those glutes, not quite yet at your low back. This is a good way to stretch the piriformis and help with low back pain. From here, you're going to cross the ankle on the knee. Whichever knee comes up, that's the cheek you roll into. So you're going to hold and let the foam roller do the work for you to stretch out that piriformis in your glutes. If you want to make it more intense, bring both legs into the air and take it to the side. Now remember to breathe, relax your shoulders. And you can roll more to the side. You can roll more towards your sacrum. You can roll it down more towards your hamstrings. Take it up just a little bit more. See there, that's my sore spot. Oh, right there. More to my low back. Just still at my glutes, but more my low back. And when you're ready, we switch sides. So we cross the other leg over and lean into that side. So again, finding that sore spot, the hot spot. Keep breathing. Abs are in. You're holding that stretch, and you can relax the upper body as you do this. Okay, now coming back to center. And now we're going to take it more to the low back. So from here, feet come back down on the floor so that we don't put too much pressure on your back. And from here, just going to rock side to side. So along your low back, and you can keep shifting, keep rolling a little bit so that it moves, and you can find those sore spots in your back. Hold, there's a good one. Hold when you find it. Just stay on that. Always make sure you do both sides. Oh, that's a good one. Oh, yeah. And again, just slowly wiggling your body down the roller to hit the next spot at your back. And again, because the upper body is relaxed on the floor, it's a supported stretch. Side to side, finding those hot spots. And always listen to your body. If you have a low back issue and you know that there's something with the disc or the nerves, don't do this if it doesn't feel right. If it does feel better, absolutely. Okay, coming back to the hips on the roller, I want to do a few leg stretches here. So we're going to kick that right leg straight up in the air. And from here, once your knee is straight, then we pull it back towards us. But only if the leg is straight. If you need to take it lower, that's great. And then just breathe. Find that stretch and breathe. Okay, let's switch sides. Other leg goes up. Again, straighten the knee, and then we can pull it back. Okay, we're going to do this again. And this time, I'm going to have you flex your foot. And what that does is it gets those calves involved. So you get that huge calf stretch. Oh. Breathe into that, stretch the foot. And then let's switch. Again, foot goes down, other leg goes up, get the knee straight, and then flex. Just that little bit of pull makes all the difference in the calf. And again, we don't want that knee to bend. It's really good. Okay, now for the IT band, you're going to go back to that first side and keeping that length, so you're going to drop the hip down. So I'm going to do that again. Nice, hike it up, you're going to drop it down and then take it across the body. And that is that really good IT band stretch. So again, hold that. The hip is down. Breathe into it. Okay, let's switch sides. Again, my leg comes up and I drop that hip down. So feel that length, and then I go across the body. Nice job. Okay, come out of that, and again, we're gonna come off the roller, so slide it out from underneath the hips, and you're gonna lie just flat on the floor. And again, you feel that length, that stretch in your low back. That's so good. It might feel hollow, you might feel more blood flow. Whatever it is, it's a good thing when you're done with the roller. Okay, and the last one we're gonna do tonight, now we're gonna slide that roller and take it behind your head. So again, just another way to stretch through the neck. Legs can be flat, knees can be bent, whatever's comfortable. But with the roller tucked up right behind the head again, just like we did when we rolled it along the edge, you're still on the occipital lobe here, but now you're gonna get a slightly different stretch because now you're hitting the whole length of the neck. So as you roll your head to the side, you can go all the way over. If there is something tight, go for it. Find it, breathe. Hold. Like right here, I'm almost into my chin, my jaw. That feels really good. I had no idea that was tight today. Keeping the abs in still, relaxing the upper body, rolling to the other side. When you find those sore spots, hold. You can go all the way over. Now another thing that's kind of cool about this stretch, when you're here, if you drop your shoulders, so I'm relaxed on the roller, slide your shoulders down, and that deepens your stretch quite a bit. So again, if you're here, slide that down and feel the length, oh, right there. Ooh, breathe. And the beauty of this is you get to choose how long you hold or don't hold on those hot spots. So shoulders down. Side to side, or just hold. You'll know, listen to your body, it'll tell you. You can also, if you nod your head, that can hit a different way too. So again, lots of options on this with the roller. And then of course, we always slide the roller out and lie flat on the floor. Give those muscles a chance to just relax in that new length. And remember too, the key to foam rolling is breathing. You have to exhale, especially when it hurts the most. It's critical that you use your exhale to help those muscles lengthen and those knots relax. So always, always breathe. Relaxing the body. Giving it a chance to feel that new length in those muscles. Okay, coming up. I hope everybody feels better after that stretch. I know when I sit up, I feel lighter through my upper body. Thank you for joining me, and until next time.